This thing don't want us to do this tonight.
Be 4 or 5 of you.
Every single time, it's like it's kicking you out, and then when you come back in, and then it's like when I click you to come back up, you disconnect again.
Okay, so you just want to put me on black screen and I see you?
Well, I'm not even sure if that will work. To be honest with you, at this point,
Mhm.
let's just do what we can. Let's go. Let's flow with it. All right.
Amen.
Let's go with it. We constantly got forces against us, and I mean,
And,
with
and
it,
I'm and I'm
I'm not
tearing them
gonna let them.
down.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let them prosper. Bump all that noise. Let's go ahead and kick it. Let's kick it. Let's get into it. See, look at that, and she disappeared again, and she back. Like this thing. See, and she gone again. Man, this thing don't want us to be great, and she gone again. Mm. We on one right now. Either way, I'm a roll into this, or I might need to switch it over. Yeah, I might need to do that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 8,
You
12.
you got a bunch of me's.
Yeah,
That's how I was with you earlier.
16. You should have kept that other. You shouldn't have upgraded. Something wrong with the upgrades these
You
days.
said something wrong with the upgrades. I feel you,
Mm-hmm.
but all right. Anywho, I'm gonna transition. You didn't click this by accident. This is Divine Time with Donnelly Divine and Yudi, where timing is divine, conversations are raw, and growth is inevitable. If you're ready to elevate your mind, your heart, and your perspective, you're exactly where you're meant to be. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs this message. We're hopping on every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Check us out. Now, let me lick my lips because I know I look like Tyrone Biggins right now. Anyway, what up, Eric? Oh, it's not Eric. Oh, who that? Y'all, I think we just caught my mom cheating.
It's Jeremiah, and I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what the heck is what up? I told you I'm online. What up?
Yo, my kids be doing the
Huh?
same thing. Come
No,
on, come say hi. Come say, is he
no,
presentable?
I'm not looking like you. I got a
Okay,
question
all
for you.
right, never
Put me on
mind.
mute for a minute. Why is all of my towels and stuff laying over there in that
You
sink?
got to put yourself on mute.
Oh, because I'm here ready to do some grandma business.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, that's my mom. That's my mama. That's my mama. Hey, hey. But anyway, today, what I want to come to y'all about is the first love we experience. Ultimately, lessons between a mother and a son. You know, the person right here and me. My goal is to have a raw, as always. That's how I got here, obviously. Heartfelt conversation about how a mother's love shapes a man's identity, emotional intelligence, boundaries, and capacity to love others. So, first thing I want to do is y'all all should be familiar with my madre already, who I think is still muted.
Nope.
Okay, cool. I know I was a very, very different and you probably just say badass kid growing up. I like to say I was curious and I wanted to understand things.
Okay,
Let
I'll go with
me
that.
let me start this off with how motherhood prepares a son for the world.
Mm.
This is something I feel that I can talk about due to me being the son and how I felt that you prepared me for this ghetto ass world that you brought me into.
You didn't ask to be here, that's for sure.
That is true, 100%. I did not, but I mean, I'm making the best out of it every day that comes.
And keyword, making the best out of it. I think
Yeah.
how does well, I always go back to seeing that, for the longest I was a single parent with you. I think until you was about 6, 7,
Hmm.
I was a single parent. And how did motherhood prepare you to be a man? Um, I hope it taught you one thing of how to be good to a woman, how to treat a woman. what a
Mhm.
woman needs and how to help her to reach her goals and all of that good stuff by doing chores. I kid you
She
not.
said by doing
Like,
chores.
yeah, giving you some responsibility, helping. That's what the chores was for, helping. And
See, go ahead.
um and then later in life, acquiring little jobs here and there
Mhm.
to where you were actually taught to be an entrepreneur, taught how to care for yourself, which in ultimate became caring for a family, yourself and your family. Not to be selfish, having those conversations with you when you and your sister would fight, or when things were going wrong, having those conversations with you,
Mhm.
not to be selfish, and how to put, how shall I say this? How to be in a relationship and not be a hoe. Yeah, that's the best way I can put that. Especially when you were young and lying. It's
You
like
said young and lying?
young and lying,
Oh
not lying,
wow.
lying.
Oh, lying.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it said young and
hmm
lying, like you lying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're lying, but
Oh,
but it
okay.
was
Okay. So not the animal, but
mm-mm.
using it as a
It's
verb.
Yeah, it's so much that I learned from my grandma
Mhm.
as she raised my brother, that I tried to do the same with you. My brother taught me how to braid hair.
Okay.
Um, my grandma taught my brother how to cook, to clean, to wash, to help, to be a provider, to respect, and all of that. And she was single parent because granddaddy had passed away.
Mhm.
So that mother's role is a hard role. It's really a hard role, especially when I mean, you're talking about preparing a black man for today's society, our society overall. It's a tough role. You got to be
Facts.
strong. The woman has to be strong. She has to be grounded and know where she's going and how to get there. And
Agreed.
I mean, when y'all were little, I had to put myself aside for materialistic things
Mhm.
because it was more important for y'all to have, but not to overly have
Okay.
and make any sense. I
Yeah, you don't
mhm,
want to spoil them, and that's something that I've let me know if I'm saying it and with my example how you mean it. For me, I've learned that in relationships, even though I'm a provider, I don't want to allow my partner to get comfortable with someone doing everything, because then with that
mhm,
they no longer feel they need to do anything because I've got it covered.
mhm,
And I
mhm,
can see how, as a parent as well, I'm not going
mhm,
to just buy everything that my kids are asking for, or every time
mhm,
that they ask for help, I help them. Because now what I'm
mhm,
doing is I'm not allowing them to get that opportunity to go out and get it themselves and understand what it feels like knowing that you worked for it, knowing that
mhm,
you did the work to actually reap the joy and everything that came with it, to be able to stand
mhm,
proud and be like, I did that, you know?
mhm,
Is that what
mhm.
you're talking about?
Yeah, and I mean, you were hitting on some things. The teaching, yeah, yeah, the materialistic things. And it was the reason behind all of that.
Mm-hmm.
The parenting. I came from a single parent's perspective, and then I'll kind of show or talk about the being married and the role a mother plays in a marriage, um, which is pretty much showing you what to look for. And I think that's key right there, what to look for in a wife. You're not gonna marry your mother.
Yeah,
So
definitely. I mean, there's some
you're
people
right,
who
right.
do, but nah, I'm
Yeah.
good.
No, seriously. I mean, a lot of men think that, what, this woman is gonna be a mother, gonna do exactly what my mother did for me when I was growing up, and it doesn't work
Mm-hmm.
like that. Um, I'm looking at sharing the aspect of how mom and dad work together to make things happen.
Yes.
That conversation you could have with dad, that you could also have with mom, but you get a different perspective from each one. But mom and dad both are on the same sheet of music.
Now,
Um,
oh god.
mhm,
I
how to
was
grow,
yes.
how to grow to be a successful family, how to be a successful man, how to be a successful father, a successful friend, and all of that comes up out of the home. Everybody thinks, everybody, people think that the school is responsible to teach your children the basis of survival of life. No, the school is there to educate your children on how to read, write, do
Mm,
arithmetic. Um, all of that other stuff comes from the home.
the basic skills on
The basic,
what you will
yeah,
need in
yeah.
life.
Yeah. And I feel in my spirit somebody saying, well, why can't the parents do that too? And the parents should be doing it. And my forefathers did.
Hmm.
They couldn't send their kids to school, but they found the time. It's just about finding the time. And if
Yes.
you want to,
They
think that way too, is homework. They used to have homework. I had homework. So I wanted to sit down with you and help you with your homework to be able to, to see where you are intellectually.
yeah, I mean, could you really gauge my intellect off of the homework? Because you think about it, there's some individuals who operate better by actually doing, and some who are book smart. Because I mean, you have individuals who are book smart who can't really make it out in the world due to the fact that they have no social skills. But I'm not gonna get too much on to that one. Um, I know one thing that I wish I had took from you was emotional intelligence. That's something I didn't learn growing up with you.
Hmm. Was it something you didn't see in me or something you chose not to acquire?
Well, I didn't have any opportunities to truly learn it because I wasn't like sat down and told about, "Oh, okay, you were never like as a man you can't cry or anything like that." I'm glad about that. However, I also never you never presented there
Hmm.
was never any situations to where you showed the emotional intelligence. There wasn't. I never heard like arguing in the house and things like that. Things were always done in private. So
Hmm.
with it, you
That for me,
never.
that is emotional intelligence.
Yes, but
Hmm.
if you're gone, then how are you gonna teach somebody about that? So it's like if I've never saw that,
Hmm.
so going being in relationships when things like that end up coming up, I didn't
Hmm.
know about. Okay, I need to go move away in silence, or let's take this somewhere
Hmm.
else and praise in
Hmm.
public and all
For
that.
me,
So
that was a parenting technique to where
mhm,
if whatever I needed to discuss with my husband and had nothing to do with you, you
yes,
were not included because
yes,
that can create a division. Be mindful that you came from a blended home, so that created a division. But I have never been a person that could not handle my emotions.
yeah,
And so that alone could have been an example. It's times where you actually hung out with me at
mm-hmm,
various places that I went. Um, primarily church where I engage with people. You can see my demeanor. My demeanor alone, I thought, if I'm not an emotional person. I'm not gonna say there is many facets to you.
yes,
Whereas Yudi can be let me skip talking about myself in third person. I have fun. But when I'm serious, I'm serious.
mm-hmm,
When there is a crisis, I'm able to act on that crisis and I don't even think about it because of my emotional intelligence. I'm not a crier. I yell if I need to yell. If I
mm-hmm.
don't need to yell, I don't do those things. Because for what?
See, and
Now,
that
when I get frustrated, it's something
yes.
different. It's when I get frustrated, yes, because I get tired of telling you to do the same thing over and over, and then I'm gonna put my foot down. And I guess I need to ask you, what does emotional intelligence look like to you?
So for me, the emotional intelligence is regulating emotions and also understanding how to describe and how to show these emotions. Making sure that those emotions actually reflect how you actually feel at that moment.
Oh, okay, okay.
So when it comes down to it, for example, you have some individuals to where they may blow up about something small and then cry about it and try and play victim after because that's not how
Mm-hmm,
everybody else is trying to do it. Or either
mm-hmm,
in a situation comes, they're not regulating their emotions. They're just making it seem as if they're crazy by the way that they react to a situation.
Hmm. And I remember numerous times asking you, why are you doing this? And every kid, for some various reason or not, I don't know. Okay, so you don't know, you just arbitrarily do stuff like that.
Mhm.
Or what are you thinking about? Nothing. I don't know. You know, so I hear what you're saying, but and I understand and I appreciate what you're saying, but I guess it goes along with
Be
I
mindful
can't
of what you
control.
say. I'm about to use on my kids too, because my oldest has a
Yeah.
habit of doing the I don't know nothing. I'm like
Yeah, yeah, and
that
it's
that answer
something, and
gonna
I
fly.
know grown folk that do that. It's like, what you thinking about? Nothing. You're thinking about something. Your mind is not an idle playground unless you make it one. There's
Hmm.
something going on up in there that you are focused on. What is it? But we don't want to share, or either we don't know how to share. And if
Yes.
you don't want to or know how to, then how can it be regulated? Because that all goes back to communication and communicating with a teenager, communicating with a kid. It's honestly, I'm just getting that thing. I'm just getting that thing.
What up,
Yeah,
Tink Tink?
because it's complicated. It's really complicated. It's really complicated. Um, I
Tink
look at
Tink in the
Tink Tink says,
building.
hey,
yeah, yeah. I look at the oldest
Hey girl,
oldest grandkid in
hey.
the house right now,
Hmm.
and
Quick question. Ma, can you see the messages on the screen?
no, I cannot.
You can't. Okay.
Mm-mm.
We have
What is
Tink
it?
Tink. She said, "Hey,
Hey, who's
I
Tink
wanna
Tink?
somebody. This
Hi,
is
Tink
somebody who
Tink.
jumped in. Somebody who's saying hello. How you doing?"
Hi, how are you? Maybe
But
you can help me get out of this. He got me in today.
oh gosh, nah. What?
Hmm.
So with
Yeah, but
your go ahead.
what I was saying is like your second oldest grandson is here,
Hmm.
and it's like I'm getting this. I don't know, but now I'm gonna tell you something else about me when it regulates emotion. There
Yeah,
are times when I just get quiet, and I'm shown certain things, and
I
like today
understand
I
that.
was shown something about him, um, how parents engage with children,
Hmm.
and you and your sister
Yo,
told
y'all
me,
can chime in anytime. We're here to answer live.
you and your sister told me a while back that a long time ago that y'all watch me, so y'all were like monitoring spirits, shall I say. And y'all yeah, and it was like I became a familiar spirit to you, and it was
Yeah.
like you guys watch me to know how to deal with me,
Tink
and when I
Tink
realized
says,
it I tripped it
that's your
up
mom?
because you know
Yes, that is my mom.
the thermostat was on a certain temperature.
Hmm.
So when y'all got comfortable with that temperature and knew that you know what I can go a degree above, a degree below, and everything is fine. When I figured that out, I raised it up. I'm like, oh no, 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 no. I'm not gonna let you do that to me. So now you figure this one out.
Yep.
So, but it's all about conversating and getting kids to open up in order to regulate those emotions. But if you don't share what's on your mind, I'm not a mind reader.
That is
Even though
true.
many times I cracked your skull, I still didn't get out of there what I
Look,
needed.
look. My thumb's still a little messed up.
I didn't do that. You did
That
it.
nah. Oh.
We're not gonna talk about that.
I'm about to say. I was like, I did that. You're right. I did do that. I shouldn't have tried to cover myself. So I love what you said about you're not a mind reader and how when we think that we reach a point, you're like, you up that. That goes into the next bullet point that I have. What sons misunderstand about their mothers growing up. Dun, dun, dun,
What do you? It's a struggle. I think you
dun.
misunderstand the struggle. You know,
Especially single mothers.
yeah. You know, it became real to me that day when we had went into the store. It was Daya at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and you were standing on the
Donna
outside of the
Wapahu.
car, Dining Wapahu, and you were standing on the outside of the car. That man walked up to you and told you, "What do you do that? What did he say?"
I don't remember.
I won't forget it because it was at that point that I knew that I have a black son and it's real.
Oh well, he called me Popolo.
No, no, he didn't call you
Oh,
Popolo. He told you to get away from that car. Why you buy that car? And you said it's mine. That man did not expect you as a young black boy to be standing beside a Mercedes.
oh,
He thought you were robbing that car. And it became apparent then the racism that I was confronted with in an area where heck, you just as brown as we are. So why you acting like you acting? And you
Ah,
messing with the wrong one. But that was a struggle that, any any parent should be aware of the dangers of what you go through. If it's not racism, it's the crazy things you do on the highway, the
yes.
driving, the bicycle riding, the jumping off of buildings. I mean, the crazy stuff. There is a possibility that and no one wants to think about it. That I may lose my child.
Yeah, that's something
And
that
I
goes
may
through
lose
my
my
head.
child.
That's something that goes through my
Yeah.
head, and I mean, I'm sitting here and just when I look at my son, and I'm just like, dang, bro, like you like a grown little man, and then now
Mm-hmm.
it's like we got them the little Nerf guns for Christmas, and just hearing him like, oh, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm like, I'm not comfortable with this. I'm not comfortable with this. Knowing how the world is,
Um.
I'm like, I'm not comfortable with this. I'm like, you can play with this inside the house. Do not take it outside. I'm like, and then at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, don't say that you're gonna shoot somebody. Say I'm gonna tag you. Like
Mm-hmm.
that sounds a lot better than that because that's the
Yeah.
last thing we need is an accident because someone heard that shoot word and took that
Yeah.
literal, and now we have an
Mm-hmm.
incident on our hands and daddy's goes to jail
Because
for
of
hurting
yeah.
somebody else. So I'm like,
Yeah.
let's just avoid all that and not go down that road at all, you know.
And it's sad because they can't even enjoy themselves like you did. I remember the days when y'all used to suit up, put on your uniform, and go out in the way out there in the
Yeah,
what
had
was
the
the name
beat
of it?
had
The
our
bird
airsoft guns and all
sanctuary.
that.
I
Yes, that
saw
was the
guns.
days.
I didn't think anything of that
Yeah, but
at that
now
time. Now
you
you
can't
were
do
in a
that.
safe place.
Yeah.
Even though you were in the community, I think everybody knew you. They knew what you guys were doing,
Mhm.
and it just wasn't. I think maybe you were the one or two black kids, and the rest was Caucasians or Asian or whatever. But
Yes.
that still that didn't mean anything. It didn't mean anything. Now you see a group of kids like they're doing something, and it's like, oh no, shoot them down, shoot them down.
Mhm.
But then it wasn't. It's still around that time it became apparent the danger that you could be in. You said your question was
What sons
what do you
misunderstand about their
misunderstood?
mothers growing up?
That I think that's one misunderstanding. The burden of of reality, what could happen, what couldn't happen.
Mhm.
Misunderstanding that your behavior, your discipline was for your good. It was for your good. Um, Correction on how you're speaking. It was being able to be understood. It was for your good. Everything that a parent, a mother is doing,
Yes.
and it's for your good. It should be for your good when it's done to create um a positive, productive, prideful member of society. You have to look at what you're doing as a mom. You have to look at what you're doing. How you're raising your children. What are you instilling in your children?
Mm.
What are you teaching them?
Teaching them drink water.
Oh yeah, I heard you over there sipping on that sippy cup. Yeah.
That's
But
a big
yeah,
sippy cup.
it's a big. I got my sippy cup too. I know.
Hey,
Yeah.
cheers.
Yep. Two of them today. That's more than enough. But yeah, it's we as mothers we have to raise our children. We really have to raise our children.
We do.
And it may not be something pleasing to you guys, but it's our responsibility. I
Mhm.
don't want the world. I don't want the world raising my children. I don't want the world raising my grandchildren. That's not their responsibility.
Ditto.
That's the responsibility. Yeah, a parent should put their children first in the sense of you deny yourself so that your children can have the basics,
Mhm.
the shoes. And I mean, I'm not talking about running around here and brand name this, brand name that, and having no, 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 no. They need to have an understanding of how to acquire stuff in a what's the word, a lawful manner. Because if you're treating them on a level of Beyonce and you're not even there,
Yeah.
and when they get older, you have introduced them to something and they want to keep that up. So how are they going to keep it up if the grades are failing? If they have no desires or aspirations, and they can't
Facts.
communicate.
Facts.
So we
Big
need to
facts.
we need to raise our children, and we can't do it on
When we say on this, you talking about what?
this phone.
Yeah. That part right there, I
We
agree.
can.
I agree.
We can.
I mean, it's not even just the kids, even even adults. I can't
Mm-hmm.
call them grown, but even adults, they are glued to
Mm-hmm.
the electronics as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything is on the electronics. It's convenient.
Yeah.
Like for Christmas, we had the elves write the cards about recommendations of how the elves watch everything, and it was written in cursive, and none of the
Mm-hmm.
kids could read it.
Mm-hmm. They
So it's
don't
like,
teach it
well,
anymore.
dang. So I mean, that was a realization right there. We're like, all right, cool. We know what we need to do. I am not saying your name out loud, but hello, I'm just gonna call you Mai. And how you doing, Alex? So, but it's interesting.
I thought you weren't gonna call his name out loud.
Oh no, I didn't say the full name. I just said I'm gonna call you Mai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not
Hi,
saying his
Alex.
whole name. Well, there's another dude, Alex, but Mai, and then the
Hi,
last
Mike.
part is like the last part of basket.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna leave that alone. But
Yeah.
anywho,
Okay.
what are the well let me I wanna hit on the next one because it's the silent sacrifices mothers make that children realize later in life. I mean, there was a
Mm-hmm.
lot of things that you were able to
Mm-hmm.
do and scrape together, and you made it look from the age that I was, you made it look easy. I'm not gonna say effortless, but easy. And then with me being in a similar position, minus the sexual makeup gender, but having children my own, and me and the wife oftentimes finds ourselves saying things that our parents had said to us when we were coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You got
Yeah.
McDonald's. You got McDonald's money. I know. Why are you saying that now? McDonald's expensive as hell. Like, first of all,
Yes. So that's a legitimate question right now. But to
yeah,
be honest with you, it was expensive back there then
that's what I'm
too.
saying. For the amount that
Yeah.
y'all was making, and even though the prices was cheaper then, like the amount that y'all were making still wasn't adding up like that. Because I mean, they get
Yeah.
addicted to it. They want it all the time, and you're like, nah, this is not. I mean, granted, it was actually food back then. Now it's just chemicals. But anyway, getting off topic there.
Exactly.
Sitting,
Exactly. And you have to teach those things.
yeah, and then also
Mm-hmm.
like telling them like, look, you need to eat to live, not live to eat.
Yeah, buddy.
Ooh, the first time I said that, I was like, damn, ding, 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 ding.
I felt like my mama.
Right? I
Yeah.
was like, yo,
And I got it from my daddy.
it's crazy. But I mean,
It's
it's
true though. It's fact,
it
and those
is.
are the things that it's the factual things that some of my scenes
Mm-hmm.
are the ones that that I picked up on. I picked up on everything you need, everything you want, you don't need, and I
Facts.
had to understand that, and that applies to
Understand the
me
difference
today.
between wants and
I
needs.
want and a need,
Yes.
and I'm telling you that right there. Whoo, that's a deep one right there because I want a lot of stuff, but I don't
Don't
need it.
need it. Don't need it.
Okay, but now, anywho, that's another one. I talked to you offline on that one, and that's a topic right there.
Okay.
That's a topic, but one and what? Yeah, mm-hmm. Keep going.
One in
That's
needs.
all I'm telling myself. I'm trying. I'm
Okay,
trying.
all right, cool, cool, cool. But I mean, literally, the silent sacrifices. I'm like a lot of, as you stated earlier in the beginning, your little monitoring spirits, and with it, with us constantly watching and observing, there was things that you were doing and things you weren't doing that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
And at the age that we were, either we did or did not understand why you were doing these things. And then
Mm-hmm.
now, as being an adult and being in similar situations,
Mm-hmm.
our
Mm-hmm.
body sometimes ends up doing what was shown, and not
Right. Right.
understanding why we're doing that, but understanding
Mm-hmm.
as it's happening why this is happening. Or at least for me, I'm able to piece together, okay, this circumstance is going to lead to this and this, and all right, with me moving like this and this will happen. Oh, okay, I get it now. I see what
Mm-hmm.
she was
Mm-hmm.
doing.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you
Mm-hmm.
wait some 30 some years to indirectly tell me what you were doing without
Maybe you
actually
couldn't
telling me?
handle it. I mean, you and Yeah, I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. But I did talk. I did talk. I told you a lot of what I was doing, whether y'all wanted to hear it or not.
I was just about to say,
It
did you
wasn't.
listen? Most likely not.
No. But you know what? Evidently, you did because you're doing the same things with your children, and you understand why you're doing it.
Now, but at the time, I
Mm,
was listening, but I
You
wasn't
didn't.
comprehending exactly what was
Yeah.
going on. It was going
Yeah.
in one ear and
And
then
out your nose
holding on to some ear hairs as it's coming out.
and coming out your nose. It was
Pretty
coming out your
much,
nose.
pretty much.
But when Sherelle had Jeremiah,
Hmm. That's like
we had a
40 years ago. That's a
conversation.
grown ass man.
Have you seen him lately?
I have not, but I can only imagine.
Oh, I'm gonna call you later. Let you see this knucklehead. Um,
You almost slipped.
no, I didn't know. I don't use that word. I don't use that word.
You,
So
I sound like you was about to say knuckle.
the lit.
No,
He's lit.
okay,
He's a lit.
okay.
Okay,
Nigga.
I don't use that word in public because I don't want that word used on me. And I'm.
Hmm.
But anyway, we had a conversation
Yeah.
after he was born. I don't after he was born. I don't know how old he was,
Yes.
but there became a realization of first of all how much you see how much your parents love you because now you have someone to love. Then it becomes you see what you need to do because you have someone to discipline. For me to tell you something and you have nothing to compare it with,
Hmm.
even though you had animals, I always wanted y'all to have animals so you would know how to care for something and to learn how to care. And to a certain degree, you got that because you had someone, you had that dog and affectionate. I don't care what you did to that dog, that dog still love you. That dog still love you and was always there. And I hate to compare that to a child or whatever, but it's yours,
Yeah.
a responsibility.
I can for those who do not have pets, I can explain to you how it's like a child. You need to feed them, you give them water, and at the same time you need to give them care and love. And they will
Mhm,
also they act just like kids. They will dirty up the place.
mm,
Sometimes they
mm,
don't
mm,
listen. You need to teach them how you operate, because the way that you operate is different than how the world outside operates. And
mhm,
even when they may
mhm,
see other dogs or other animals, those animals may not treat them the way that the other pets that you have treat them. It's the same way
mhm,
with how you have children. Those children out in the playground may not treat your children the same way that your other their siblings treat them. So
mhm,
understanding social
mhm,
skills, getting them ready for the world. You have to
mhm,
introduce them, you have to socialize them, you have to train them, you have to talk with them as well.
mhm.
And
And
they
you
do,
can't do it on the phone.
yeah, and they get upset with you too. Pets get upset with you too. They get
Yeah,
sick,
they
you
do.
got hospital visits, vet visits,
Mm,
all that. I'm dealing with a
mm,
situation right now and I'm just like, man, this there's
mm,
not enough time in the day currently, the way everything is speeding up, to deal with the pets
mhm,
and the kids and the family and the house, and whew, it's tiring.
mhm.
It's like, yo, can I just
Yeah,
get
it
like
wears
a
you down.
couple hours alone?
Yeah, yeah. But
And
it
if
gives
the
you a responsibility, a
yeah,
sense of
and
responsibility.
if the pets ain't trying to get your attention, the kids are trying to get your attention.
Oh,
So
and now go back to that. You said, how did I do it? There was one thing I remember doing, and I don't mean cut you off. I'm trying to be
oh
focused.
no, no, you good.
There was one thing I used to do. I remember when we were on Hickam the first time. So
Okay.
this is 93, 90, 96 era. When I came home from work in the afternoon, you
Mm-hmm.
guys, it was safe
What's
then.
up,
Y'all
Kings?
get come home from school and y'all did your work, you did your homework, you did your chores. If you went out in the yard, you didn't go any further than the yard.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, there was always somebody watching you.
What's
Our
good,
neighbors
Saint?
next door was good. And so I come in the house and it's like I'm bum rushed by these two little um knee highs. Okay. One on the right and one on the left. Mommy, mommy, mommy. And I'm like, just give it 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes. Y'all would give me 5 minutes. I would sit down and transition into a being a mountain. And
Mm-hmm.
then we go climb a tree. We go climb a tree. We go have fun. We go for a walk.
Mm-hmm.
Teach how to ride a bike. We would do those things. But I had to transition. I had to calm down. I had to get back because I don't want to come in and yelling and screaming at y'all. Y'all done done nothing to me. You're happy to see me.
Yeah.
Go sit down. Go do this. Go do. No. You're ecstatic to see your mother, but you didn't realize I'm tired.
Right.
I've been
Oh
up
my
since four thirty,
gosh.
5 o'clock in the morning.
That part.
Yes, yes. But see,
Whew.
that was not your burden. That was my burden. I
Hmm.
chose you. You didn't choose me. I chose you. I chose to go through those 9, 10 months with you. And you know,
10 months.
no, no, it's 40 weeks. 40 weeks is 10 months. I know.
Mm.
We say nine.
Nah, I'm just saying. I was
36
like,
months is 36
I'm,
months.
I'm,
36
I'm.
weeks is full term.
I was just thinking. I was like, I understand why you're so glad to get me out now.
Oh,
I can only
your head
imagine.
one.
If I'm
You was
like
a
this
club baby.
now, I was about to say, I was
You was a club
probably,
baby.
I was inside that womb just like,
You were the club baby. I tell you. And then when you were born, it was the same thing. Every morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, here you go. I'm like, really? Why are you so energetic?
3 o'clock in the morning.
But
That's crazy. Even now,
yeah,
3 o'clock in the morning, I'm just like, well, what am I gonna do?
right. Nothing has changed.
Yeah.
But your question was,
The silent sacrifices that mothers make that children realize later in life.
you don't realize it until you become a parent yourself. You wouldn't understand as a child what a mother is sacrificing. They
Hmm.
sacrifice a lot. I was sacrificing being away from you guys because I had to work.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare myself at that time to be an entrepreneur. So I had to work. My time belonged to someone else. And I hope this helps someone. When you are working for someone, and everybody is conditioned to work from someone and not to work for themselves, when you're working for someone, you belong to them.
Facts.
So you have to be at that job when they want you to, and even when you don't want to, for little to no change. You have
Hmm.
to be there. And so that's a sacrifice of being away from your children. If you are a single parent, you got to find somebody, a sacrifice. You're sacrificing your children's lives to be with somebody else that you think you know and you really don't know.
Yep.
You're putting them out there into society. We sacrifice our children to be able to take care of them, shall I say. We do that. And you kids don't see that. They don't understand what you're going through.
They don't.
All they know is I won't. I won't. Not I need. They don't even want a hug. I mean, they don't even need a hug. They want a hug. Daddy, can I get a hug? Not daddy, I need a hug.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh, that sounds like my daughter.
I know.
She don't
But
even
that's
ask for
it.
it no more. She just wiggle in and
And get what
I
you that's my
love
girl.
you. I'm just
Hmm.
like,
That's that feminine persuasion she putting on you.
hey, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I told the wife, I was like, dang, I was like, you learn how to be a female from our daughter. I was like, yeah, she's softening you
Ooh,
up.
ooh, I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. What are your comments out there? What are people saying out there?
Nobody said none. We got people. We had 33 people jump in. One person speak so far. That's on Tickety Tockety. And other
Hmm.
than that, I think everybody else is still recovering from Christmas.
Yes. How was your Christmas?
That was good. It was good. I mean,
I didn't hear from you.
yeah, I was in pain.
Oh my. Okay.
I was just feeling everybody's pains, and I needed to escape
Okay.
and just yeah, I just needed to escape and get away from all that. But the kids had a good Christmas. They got plenty screams and enjoyments, and I'm just trying to see how long all this stuff's gonna last. The son
In
already
two
lost his
days.
drone. Yeah, he already lost his drone.
Huh?
Yeah, he got like a Sonic the Hedgehog drone. It was a fairly
Okay.
I wasn't mad. I was just like, all right, cool, whatever.
What
I
are
didn't.
you fixing this in somebody's yard or something?
No, I took him to this giant football slash soccer field, so he had more than enough space to fly it. He let Azaria do it, and Azaria took it all the way up, and they couldn't see it anymore.
And it never came
And
back down?
they don't know where it came down. It was in the forest in one of these directions, like or is it in one of these directions spread across. So I was like, yeah, that's gone. I was like,
It
yeah,
didn't have a tracker on it?
no, it was one of the kids' drones. So
Oh.
it didn't have all that high speed low drag stuff on it. So I was like, yeah, that's gone. I was like, bro, you had that for 2 days. You opened it last night. So you did literally your first time playing with it is gone. But I'm not stressing.
That's funny.
I'm not stressing.
Yeah,
I'll
see?
get him another one. I mean, it was very
Yeah.
inexpensive. It was one of the kid ones. So I'll get him another one. He don't know yet. And I'll
Over time,
he
I quit
learned.
spending all that money.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he learned his lesson. Like, yo, there's age
He's
limits
probably
on things
broken
for a
hearted.
reason. Yeah, he was. He was mad. He didn't want anything to do with his sister for like the whole
Oh
day.
my God, that's unusual for them to.
Yeah, I mean, he was very excited. He had a Sonic the Hedgehog drone. He'd been talking about a drone for
Hmm.
forever because he used to see me fly mine for like a couple years. So he
Hmm.
finally get one, and then he played with it for maybe like 5 minutes. Let his sister play with it, and it went bye bye. so so yeah, he was a little
Hmm.
vexed. But I mean, I'm hoping he learned his lesson,
Oh,
and
he'll be
when he has
fine.
the next one, he'll play with it himself, and we can
He'll
fly
be
our
fine.
drones together. But in the meantime, I had to take his mind off it and download like a flying simulator game on the PC, so
Hmm.
that way he can still fly.
I can fly.
Exactly.
Yeah. I
But
mean, you spend all that money on Christmas. That stuff don't last but like
that's
2 days.
I told Anaya. I was like, I've never really been
Hmm.
big in Christmas because I officially reached a point where I was like, look, you spend all this money. I was like, it's
Hmm.
the same thing to when you buy them a toy, they play with it for maybe a month and then it's in the back of the closet. I was like, same thing
Hmm.
with Christmas. All this, I'm like, some of it's not even gonna get touched like once or twice and then
Hmm.
that's it. I was like,
It's not about the gifts.
yeah, I'm like, it's a good consumerism way to get people to spend money. I was
Mm.
like,
It, no,
nah.
it's
I'm,
it has a meaning in what you give it.
Yeah,
That's what it is. It
it
has a meaning
does.
in what you give it.
It does.
Man,
Because
I'm telling you.
I was like,
So,
we're so focused on all these gifts when it ultimately we need to be spending time with family.
and yes, I wish you were here. Here's we played a game. We played bingo. I
Oh
played bingo with
gosh.
the boys. It's
B
hilarious.
I N G O. Okay.
Yeah, no, not that. Yeah, okay.
Not that one,
But
but
the
yeah.
numbers bingo. So you
Mm-hmm.
had to get bingo.
Yes.
Throughout the year, I would find stuff that was on sale,
Mm-hmm.
and I would just put it in the garage. So, she has the three boys.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had two presents that were very similar, and then I didn't have one that was age appropriate for the older one.
Mm-hmm.
So quite naturally, it all worked out. All things work together for the good. I'm telling you.
Always.
Um, the little one, the youngest one, he won first, and then the middle one, he won, and then the oldest one.
Mm-hmm.
So the baby and the middle one, they actually got the two alike but different.
Yeah.
And then the third one,
Same
he
but
actually,
different.
yeah, but different. The third one, he got some coins. It worked
Okay.
out fine. They got bingo that way, and it wasn't rigged. It
Yeah.
wasn't rigged at all. And I was like, Lord, look at you, look at you. That was awesome. But
Worked out how
as
it's
far
supposed to.
as I had memories. Those are
Yes.
memories. We all will remember the bingo game, and it wasn't about sitting around the tree opening up presents. Because Christmas
Mm.
is, for me, is about Jesus. That's the birth of Jesus. All right, here, about April, March or April, is going to be the death and the resurrection of Jesus. That's what Christmas is. We get it mixed up on the present, and we should be focusing on the present. But I do believe a lot of people,
Oh, wordplay. I see what
um,
you did there.
ah, a lot of people really made memories this year, and not so much of the excessive money that you're going to be trying to pay off for the next year.
Right.
That's added on to 2, 3 years before.
Y'all ain't got no
So,
Klarna debt and all that
mm,
stuff.
yeah, yeah, you're right. It was switched to be, as one of my friends told me, a pagan thing, but it's what you make it. It's not pagan to me. To me, it's a corporate worship. That's one
That's
day to set aside for the birth of Christ.
that's funny. Me and Shemaya has said that Christmas and a lot of other holidays were pagan
Hmm.
rituals, like what 2022 Thanksgiving.
Hmm.
So, but nah, it's just
It's what you give it. It's what you
yeah,
make it.
yeah.
It's where's your heart, and where's your heart, and where's your mind. My mind is focused on God, so I'm gonna keep it focused on God. And
Respect.
and yeah, and that key word, respect. Respect. I'm gonna respect my finances. respect. I'm gonna
look,
respect me standing on my
look.
knees
If
for
these
for
holidays
24
don't,
hours
if
trying
these
to cook a
holidays don't
bird.
respect my boundaries, and I'm treat my boundaries is like my wallet. I don't just
but I
open it
got
for anybody.
but I got a funny one for you though. This is
Well,
fact. This is straight up. So we put a nativity scene out in the yard. All the pieces are there
okay,
except Jesus.
okay.
We can't find Jesus. How that sound? That's fact. That's truth. I am not lying. We cannot find Jesus in this house. I'm gonna turn that into a sermon. We cannot. Eric is like, I thought you put him somewhere to protect him. Somebody said something. I know they did. Talk to me.
No, nobody said none. I'm arguing with myself.
Not to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we think we can't find Jesus. He's in this house. And if I hid him away to protect him, I forgot where I hid him at.
Oh
He's
dang.
not here.
Well,
So I have a nativity scene out there with a donkey, a cow with a broken horn, and no Jesus.
uh,
Okay, so are we on top of the notch?
I mean,
No one be saying anything. We cutting up, y'all.
nah, nah. Oh, I'm gonna go. It's about that time anyway for us to go ahead and wrap it up. So, you know how we do the gratitude and gratitude,
um,
gratitude and what you learned. Oh snap! You
um,
learned you lost Jesus. Oh, sorry.
what is a Christian like Jesus? I agree.
It's okay, Ma. Give him 3 days. He'll rise again.
I ain't laughing at that one. So I ain't touching that one. Um, what am I grateful for? I'm grateful for this conversation because it sheds some light on what we do as parents, what we say to our children,
Hmm.
and the responses to the children. Yes, y'all do remember over time, but do we need to be more transparent? And if so, how do we be transparent? And as I've always told you, or I did tell you, I'm not your friend, and I had to say that for a reason. I didn't want to be buddy buddy with you because that's like straddling a fence. If I'm telling you to do something, you're gonna snap back with some crazy mess, and then I'm gonna have to take you to the dentist because you being
Been there,
disrespectful.
done that. Nothing new. Too soon. Too soon.
Too true. You know? But
There's
really,
there's a story behind that. That's an inside joke.
it's but yeah, to see and to see now that what you being told as a kid, as a teenager, you don't get it until you get older. You don't appreciate it, but still that seed needs to be planted because it's gonna grow.
Yes.
So I'm grateful for the realization or understanding on that. Now you would think that, oh my gosh, she got grandkids and she should know that. There's not a book out there on parenting that is 100% correct.
True.
Okay? It's one of my supervisors uses the word cookie cutter. There's no cookie cutter for parenting. Every person is different.
Hmm.
You
It's
have
just
to
like
parent
being a
that
leader.
child. Exactly. You got to parent that child according to their character, personality, um, and physical attributes. You have to do that. Yeah, no two are the same. What am I grateful for, and what did I learn?
Hmm.
Oh, I learned I need Jesus. I need Jesus. I need to find Jesus. That's what I learned. No, I learned a lot. I guess all of my learning is coupled
That's going
in
on
with
a
my
shirt.
gratitude.
I need to
I
find
need,
Jesus.
you know what? I have a T-shirt that said, "Y'all need Jesus." I'm gonna scratch that out. I need to find Jesus. I need to find it for
But
real.
back to the gratitude and what you learned.
I thought I told you.
Well, the gratitude, and you did the I need to find Jesus and started laughing. We
What
got to
I
what you
learned.
learned.
What I learned. What I learned. What I learned. It's a lot different for y'all to be parents than it was for us. But I hope that the foundation that I gave you, you can build upon it.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
sincerely hope. The mistakes that I made, I hope that you are able to say, nope, that didn't work for me. And this one is like me. I can't use that one with that one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I learned this rough for you guys. But the foundation that we lay, hopefully it's a foundation that you can grow off of.
Okay.
And I'm speaking to all parents on that.
I
Lay a
I
sound foundation.
I feel it coming. Um, my gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful to be able to sit down and have conversations with my mom like this.
Oh.
I really appreciate that. I know there's a lot of individuals who cannot have conversations like this and talk about emotions and talk about things that happened when they were growing up and speak to their parents about those situations and
Mm-hmm.
get clear responses and also get answers.
Mm-hmm.
And what
Mm-hmm.
I learned today is, oof, we need to be, just like how you said, transparent. Now, with it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use that on a play on words. We need to transform the way that we're parenting.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
with it, we need to be transparent in both of those aspects.
Mm-hmm.
Transparent on the things that we are doing, because a lot of us try and
Mm-hmm.
do it in silence and we neglect that opportunity to be able to teach that situation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then that makes it to where now our children have to go out into the world and learn this themselves.
Mm-hmm.
While
Okay.
at the same time, we need to transform the way that we are parenting currently. Because a lot of individuals are not really parenting anymore. They're seeking avoidance by giving these electronics to their kids. And with that, hoping that the electronics teach and raise their children. And the thing that bothers me is even in the schools, we have that where a lot of teachers are giving tablets and things like that to the kids. And everything is now digital. We're working with the kids like that. Then the kids come home and they get on the tablets or whatever and they're just watching shows. I found out there's a game called Brain Rot, which
I think I've heard of that.
which
Mm-hmm.
actually upsets me because that's what we call it when you're in front of your electronics or something that's just destroying your brain for so long. It's rotting your brain. It's brain rot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We don't, a lot of people do not monitor the things that is put before their children. They're not aware of the shows their children are watching, the subliminal messages that are in those shows. They are not aware of the games that children are playing and what are in those games. There's a lawsuit out for Roblox due to child pedophilia and how a lot of predators were hunting children on there. There's a lot of other games that have sexual, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, I don't want to say entertainment, but images and
Mm-hmm.
insinuations in games. I mean, if we are constantly just expecting other things to raise our children, we're going to
Mm-hmm.
be ignorant to what our children are being presented. And I believe that that is the reason why we have so many issues in the world dealing with children now. Because they're introduced to a lot of things at a young age. Because the people who are on this planet to help guide and mentor and teach them are not there. They are so focused on being a child themselves to where now the people who are supposed to be adults are acting like children while the children are getting exposed to a lot of things that are supposed to be for adults. And now you have grown children running around doing all these things because their mind is not developed and they have been removed so much from the emotional side and they have no sympathy or remorse on the things that they are doing because they don't understand the difference between right and wrong because from when they were young all they've been getting introduced to is the things that we would consider as wrong.
Mm. Okay.
So coming from a lot of single mothers or even households that are not present in the house, especially with raising boys, because men tend to get it the hardest. Out in the world, men tend to get it the hardest. Not saying women don't, but if anything were to happen and a cop were to pull over a car, most likely they're going to look at the man first. And gosh forbid that he's a, you know? So, with it, when it comes to mothers raising boys, be there. Let them know how, respectfully, how to be around a woman. And for the mothers, lead by example. Be the type of woman that you'd be okay with your son coming home with to introduce him to you, to introduce her to you. Because I know a lot of mothers, if you want him to come home with a sexy red, you need to look in that mirror and figure out exactly what it is that you were doing in your life. But hey, that is all that I have. Thank you again for jumping on with me. Much love and appreciate it. Yes, ma'am.
You remember that song "My
Oh,
Mama
God,
Don't
that's
Like
loud.
You"? It's
What?
"My Mama Don't Like You" and "She Like Everyone."
Yeah, that Justin Bieber one.
I don't know who sang that song. I just remember the words of that song.
Yeah, my mama don't
Yeah.
like.
So
No.
if you bring one home and your mama don't like her, don't bring her back.
And then with that, at the same time, mothers, be honest. Let that child know, like, I don't really like her.
And children.
Don't do the,
I,
oh, hey, baby, how you doing? Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know. That's
Your
something my
mama wasn't
daughter.
like that. Your mama will tell you in a minute. No, babe. Mm-mm. If she
No,
disrespecting me,
my mama go. What are your plans
mm-mm,
with her?
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Now I know what that means.
Don't be hanging out over there after school. Mm-mm. Don't do it.
Well, too
Your
late.
mama was a kid too. Don't do it.
Too
Ain't no
late.
good coming to that. It might be
Too
good for the
late.
moment, but it
I
might not be no good.
look. That was
Anywho,
five
we gotta
seconds of
go.
joy. I got it. I was a little rabbit. I'm done.
It's funny colors.